Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Selfish Truth. I know it's been a while. My name's Niels Hansen, and this is where I lay it out there. I don't sugarcoat it, and I just tell you what's on my mind. And I know it's been a while, but as I said before on this, or on Twitter at least when I do this, because it's really the only place that I promote this channel, because this is for me, not so much I'm gonna blow it up to the days of the gun shop. It's more of a frustration outlet for me to share with a few of you. Whatever. I think there's like 1,000, but 1,000 per video, but I don't think those are like, some of them are stopping by and they're like, oh, what is this? Oh, I don't like him. He's hairy and he's disgusting and all he does is blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Turn it off now if that's what you're interested in. So I want to talk about YouTubers and people that help other YouTubers for free and for recognition and all this stuff. This is something that I tweeted about, and again, Twitter is so hard. Unless you're doing a quick little thought, it's not good to start doing it, and I do it every single time, and I'll probably continue to do it because I'm a dumbass. But don't tweet sort of thoughts that require follow-up, thoughts that require an explanation, because once it's out there, you can't really explain it properly, and then it's too much, it's open to interpretation, and people will not get the context of it, and they start flying off. And then I've got to read, and I do it every time. Don't think you're like, oh, you're insulting your fans and your viewers, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off with that shit. I'm being real with you. I don't care about all that sort of stuff there. But when I tweet stuff like that, I get the most obvious responses back. And when I say that, I'm like, listen, if you're going to respond to me with the most obvious things, you obviously don't know me at all. Or you think I've got the brains of a billy goat or the brains of a golf ball. Which, in opposite of that, that's what I'm thinking when I'm reading your tweets. Don't tweet me obvious shit. So I'm talking about, and I'll tell you what it is, I'm talking about people that volunteer and provide regular work. And this was the key, and I said regular, and I think I even put it in quotes, regular work to bigger channels that do not get compensated. And I said they are idiots for doing that. And then, of course, because you can't put many comments in there, but here's the responses I get, well, guns, actually the reason why they do it is because they want to get recognition. They're doing it free because it's, you can't always get people to pay you, so they do it for free to get recognition to grow. Really? Oh my god, you're so right. I didn't even of course I fucking know that already. And I'm sorry for dropping the F-bomb, but for the love of God, don't tweet me dumb things that are so obvious. You think that I'm not aware of that? You don't think that I know why they're doing that? Like you're teaching me something? Give me a break. Anytime you do that, if there's something obvious, you're like, oh, well, he's obviously missed this. If it's obvious, if the word obvious is in there, don't bother tweeting me because I'm already well aware of it. If you've got something else that may be, a little deeper thought, then that's fine. But the obvious thoughts, holy crap. My opinion just goes down. I read that, I'm like, oh my god. Okay, last conversation with that person. I'm not going to waste energy talking with people that are on such a level that it's like, okay, that's really what you think this is? Like, you're gonna teach me? They're doing it to get recognition. No shit, Sherlock. Brilliant. Not my point. And again, Twitter's not the greatest place for me to get points across because I can't express it properly. That's why I'm also doing this video. So this is the whole follow-up here, and if you're already offended and everything like that, that's fine. You can click off the video and rant or maybe tweet me or put in some comments and start getting all wrangled up because whatever, you're all sensitive and stuff like that. That's fine, I expect that. World's filled with people that are weak. I'm just saying. So, now poke, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You wanna say something? Say it! So the point of me saying that was, the people that are doing this are idiots. I'll tell you for a fact, and I can use an actual example in our own, I'll say business, because that's what it is. For You Always Win, well, and all the other channels really, Nitro, World Goon Squad, he is a full-time employee of You Always Win, and he has been so for, oh goodness, is it? It's not a year yet. Is that half a month, half a year? I think it was August. I don't know, I think it was end of August or August, around there, that he became a full-time employee. So it'll almost be a year, and we pay him an annual salary. We pay him an annual salary because we see him as a valuable asset. Did we have to do that? Could we have found other people, kids or whatever, that are looking for recognition? Oh, they're trying to grow their channel. Ask Nitro how much his channel has grown, you know, realistically, because he does all of our artwork. We generate over 12, I forget I was going to say that, it came out funny, 12 million views a month, okay? And his name is in the description of almost basically, pretty much should be, every single video. He does artwork, we tweet him, we promote him, we show, he does the animations, we promote him, we show him. How much does he grow from that? Do you think he's grown like huge? That he's, oh, I finally made it because I'm getting recognition from this? No, that's not how it works. People don't subscribe to other people's channels, bigger channels, and even if they're doing the thumbnails or doing the artwork, they don't get recognition for that. They wouldn't get anything from that. But we value what Nitro, we see the value in what he does, and even though it's not the core, it is a facet of our business that is required. Could I make the thumbnail? Sure, but he does them way better. Could I make the channel background? Yeah, I probably can, but he does a much better job and custom artwork. And I can even touch animation, which he's starting to get, and he's already getting really good at. He just started learning that. He's getting amazing at that. And we see that as valuable enough to bring him on, to pay him, to compensate him. You know, and I hope that he not appreciates, I know he does appreciate it. I mean, like, it feels good for people like that I know are hardworking and deserve it, and that we can help him. And it feels like we're like connected to him and his family. It's not just him. We don't just see him as an individual. We see him as, you know, Nitro with his kids and his wife, you know. It's much more than that. And it feels the right thing to do. And even before we hired him on, he did a lot of work for us. He did a lot of thumbnails. He did a lot of our custom artwork on several channels and everything like that. And yeah, we always gave him a shout out. Was that enough? No. What you may not know is even after all that sort of stuff there, when he started doing work for us more regular, and we weren't quite at the level where we could hire him, you know, we're like, okay, well, we don't really know, because, I mean, our month-to-month was too unstable. But once it became, you're like, okay, you know what, this is okay, we're at this point here. And Nitro, you know, wanting to work with us, you know, in the first, he compensated. We made an arrangement that was good. We're like, yeah, you know what, I think we can do that. But before that even happened, for all the work that he did, he never asked for it. You know, I knew that he was working because I would talk to him, and for the purpose of this, but I would talk to him like, oh man, how do you do all that artwork? How do you all do that? And you know, he would do like, he would do videos of quick draws or whatever they're called, you know, speed art. And he would do that. He was like, oh yeah, my tablet. He uses a drawing tablet with a broken ass pen that he has to hold together because with tape and everything like that, it's falling apart. It was just, but he's still able to create such amazing work. And I thought, perfect. There's something we can get you. So as a thank you, without him even knowing, we actually ended up buying him a $500 Wacom drawing tablet. And I made it clear to him when I spoke with him that Chris, Meatwagon, and myself by no means are buying you this to say, okay, now we bought you this, you must do work for us. That tablet was for all the work that he did previous. It was a thank you. He could go walk away and do nothing else for us, that's fine. We wouldn't buy it for him, we're like, oh, we just bought you this. And that's not something that we would do because that's unfair. So we bought him that and we're like, thank you so much. And he was like, oh yeah. And you know what? It was the talks, it was like, man, we could use you. We could use you on a regular basis. We produce enough content out there that your skills would be amazing. And now that he's learned, you know, Cinema 4D, he's even more valuable. Even more valuable. But we always compensate. People that worked, all of the builders know, that worked on our custom map, our You Always Win map, Jujubee, which took a lot. I designed the map, and then once I had the map designed in my head, I was like, okay, I need people to build this because I can't do this on my own. It would take too long. Plus, it's better when you have other people and their creations. It makes, you know, it creates this mosaic of ideas, and it was awesome. But we had around 8 people or so in there that were helping us on a regular basis. They volunteered, but as a thank you again for doing the work, at the end of it, no, not only like every single video that got hundreds of thousands of views, we listed all of their channels in the description, but we, you know, I'm well aware of the fact that that stuff hardly grows them. They don't get a lot, they don't get huge, they're not gonna blow up. Maybe it's a tiny catalyst, but it's not gonna blow them up. So what we did as a thank you again is we went onto Steam and we bought them each $50 worth of games. And when you're talking about 8 people, you know, again, it may not be a lot, but that's like $400 that we spent on people that volunteered for free, that didn't expect anything, didn't ask for anything, but we felt was the right thing to do because what they gave us was something valuable. And since this is a business, it only seemed fair to do that. We wanted to help them, to compensate them because we could, because we were in a position to do so. So it felt right, rather than taking advantage of them because they're fans. Oh, they'll do it for free. They're fans. You know what I mean? The recognition part is ridiculous. It doesn't, that's a childish, immature, and ignorant way of looking at this. These people, and this frustrates me, the reason why it frustrates me is because, you know, I'm thinking in the future, I'm thinking, you know, You Always Win and what we're creating and big projects, and we have something that we're testing out. We don't have the results yet, we don't know for sure what the numbers are, but if they turn out the way that I believe that they will, we could certainly use the help. We could certainly use the help. And I'm not talking about, oh, let's bring in some people so they can get recognitions. Poppycock on that. Yeah, I said poppycock. Threw it out there. Maybe you should mute it in case your parents hear. Poppycock, okay? That's actually a popcorn and nut mixture. It's not a bad word. And even if it was, too bad. So, you know, we've got this project, and I'm looking at it. I've done a lot of research on it. And I'm like, man, if this turns out the way I think it will, it's going to help us grow tremendously. It's going to be good for you know, revenue, whatever, all this sort of stuff. Because let's face it, that's what we do here. We try and entertain you. We try and create something that you want to watch. That's my business. My business is to try and create something that you as a viewer want to watch on that channel here. This, you know, whatever. Most people are like, I don't want to look at the ranting bearded fella. He's angry. So we want to create that. And I think we're on the verge of doing something, but it takes a tremendous amount of work. And right now, it's just, you know, us and Nitro doing it. And if it works out, to bring it up to a production level, like same high quality, but more than, you know, we need it more than just what we're going to be able to produce. You know, and to do so, we need someone else. We need another person that would help with the team. That would help with you know, Nitro, like an animator or whatever. We would be able to amp this up. But the big difference is, it wouldn't be like, oh, work with us and we'll keep shouting your channel out. It does fuck all. Okay, grow up. This pisses me off because I can't get a hold of these people because they're too busy volunteering their time for these huge channels. Because they think they're going to get something from it. They don't get anything from it. What have you gotten from it? Are you making enough that you can, you know, it's your job or you can make it on your own now? Because of that? After how long? And I'm talking about these people have been doing regular work. This is what my tweet was. Regular work. Which means regular production. You're always working them. It becomes part of it. All the thumbnails, the artwork, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't really matter. But you're producing something on a regular basis that has defined or contributes to that channel's success. And you get shout-outs? Are you making an annual living for it? Are you going to be able to pay for college for it? Is it your part-time job? Is it helping your life? Other than, oh look, some people really like you and you make some pocket change and maybe you can buy a burrito at the end of the month. Like, wake up. What we offer these people, and when we can't get a hold of them because they're too busy thinking they're going to blow up from this recognition. And there's another aspect that pisses me off as well, which I'm going to get into, but, you know, with these ideas, if it turns out the way that I believe that it will, you know, and this is going to take time. It's not going to happen like that. The first thing that we're going to do is not going to like, boom, we blow up. Hey, well, we made it. We don't need anyone else. And it's the start. It's the start, and it will require a build-up. But we could offer them a normal annual salary. You know what I mean? We can, for what you're asking for and hoping for to make on your own channel, that's what employees do. You work for someone, you produce that work, and guess what? We could probably afford, with this project, if it worked out, we could give these people $30,000 US a year. I know it's not a huge amount, but guess what? You sit in your own home, you do your work, and as long as you produce it, you don't have a boss breathing down, even though technically, you know, Chris, Meatwagon, and myself would be your boss. We're not constantly on you. I mean, you can ask Nitro. I hook up with them once a day on Skype. Hey, how's it going? Get an update of what's going on. Let them know some projects. We collab. We think about it. We round table ideas, and then off he goes and he does his own thing. I think that's an amazing idea. $30,000 a year. It's an annual salary. You don't have to worry about it. You can use the skills that you have right now and make a living, and we're willing to provide that for you. But these other kids, and this is really what pisses me off, and it really, really is greed. It is greed. It is just absolutely ridiculous. These channels that these other people that are doing for free this work that have helped define that channel, and they really absolutely have. It may, I'm not going to get into it, but these people, and I'll tell you for a fact that they make tens. That's an S, it's plural, tens of thousands of dollars per month. You're talking about a kid that is making, and this isn't me jealous of the kid, I mean, kudos to you, amazing, I love YouTube that it can do that. But I'm trying to keep things in perspective here for you. These kids are making so much money in the upper 95 percentile of the nation's average household income. They're making a lot of money, and they can't afford to give these people that contribute on a regular basis, that do regular work for them, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. That's a drop in the bucket. A drop in the bucket. Anytime that we can help people out, if that's the way I look at it, and I've made videos about this before. I have enough that I actually can pay my bills, and I'm happy. And now I'm saving money and everything like that for the future, because I got kids and they'll probably have to go to university. So I'm like, all right, I'm in a really good place here. But beyond that, what can I do with this? What can I do? And part of it is like, okay, well, I can use that to grow our channel, but more importantly, I can use that surplus, and Chris and myself can use that surplus to bring other people into this amazing dream, which is what we did with Nitro. Nitro, do you want to work for us? We've got enough now, we can pay you. You're part of the team. Let's keep growing. Now we've got 3 of us. Keep going. And if the revenue goes up, then we've got room for another person. Bring them in. Bring them in. It's fun. It's amazing. I think it's an amazing journey. But these people that donate their time in hopes of being, I don't know, what are you hoping to do? You're just doing it as a fan work? I'm a big fan. Such a childish way of looking at it. If you were to put in art the odd time or do the odd animation as a oh, look at this, it was just a fun little thing, I could see that. But when you're starting to do regular work, when you're starting to produce something that is part of it's a staple part, a recognizable part of the overall business, because that's exactly what it is. These channels, don't kid yourself. These are businesses to these people. They are making a lot of money every single year, a tremendous amount, more than most of you will ever make in your life. And I'm not saying that to condescend, I'm saying that as a fact. And yet, they will not be recognized for it. They don't give them anything. And it's like, listen, well, can we offer you something? Can we pay you to do this? No, I do this for free. I'm like, oh my God, so frustrating. And you know what, to be quite honest with you, and I'm gonna say this, even though I'm frustrated with it, those people I would never, ever hire, because they lack common sense. They lack business, ethics. They're just ignorant. I would not work with someone who's like that, who is so naive and just out there that I don't care how good their skills are. I can't work with people like that. I want to work with people that are ambitious, that can see an idea. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this for free. It's really fun. This guy here offering me to do the same thing, and maybe, yeah, I don't get as many subscribers that aren't going to watch my videos. I'm just saying, that's a fact. But I'm going to make an annual salary doing the same thing. I'm going to make an actual, before I go to college. I'm not expecting these people to stay with us, especially if they're young. If you're going to university or college and everything like that, the time you're done, you move on. Or maybe while you're doing that, you put this on a resume. You're, whatever the title is. Because as an employee of us, we can do that. We can give you referrals. It's a job. It's a paying job. So when you're going out there, and granted, I'm not saying that I'd lie, but I can certainly embellish it, make it look amazing. You know what I mean? This is a business. You go to college, university, you've got a staple job that you can have with your computer at home. It helps pay for that stuff, and when the time you're done, if you go on your way, so be it. Or you stay with us. Maybe we've grown at that point. Maybe we're providing you with a salary better than what you're going to probably get out of college. And a much better and happier and fun life. And that's what frustrates me. I can't get these These kids, we're offering them a dream, you know, a dream job, and I can't get them because their heads are up their asses and they're in la la land. Anyway, that's it. I know that I've gone on long enough about this. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating, you know, because I love my job. I love what I do. We have these goals and these visions, and we want to grow, but we can't get the people. And I'm going to stop you right there if, you know, at the end here, you're like, I'll work for you, blah, 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 blah. We need a very specific skill set, and if you don't have it, sorry, we're not just having people that work for us. I know some of you are like, I'll do anything, blah, blah, blah. We need people with skills. Like, just like any other job, we can't hire you just because you're a nice guy or we get along with you. We need a very specific skill set. Obviously, animation. If you're really good with Cinema 4D, I'm going to say this right now. This isn't like an advertisement or saying that I can hire you right now, but we're at that point there, that it's that pre-hiring Nitro phase. We need to look at it, and there's so much testing that's going on here, but if you're really good at Cinema 4D, and I'm not just saying like you know it or you're learning it, but you're really good at it, you can produce stuff like what Nitro has produced in the most recent ones, because he's a very, very fast learner, and you can do that efficiently and pretty damn fast. You know what? Then drop me a line. Drop me a line here or on my Twitter or whatever. Talk to me, you know. We're not in a position to hire anyone at this point here, like I said, but again, if this works out, then absolutely. One of these projects, I'm going to say this right now too. The project that I'm looking at, if it works out and it turns out the way that I hope it does, 2 of these projects could cover the annual salary of another person if we had them in regular production. That's it. That's all I would need for this. But I'm talking about way more than that. And that's why we need these people. So, you know, we're looking at growing, we're looking at expanding, we're looking at always improving what we do on You Always Win. We take it very seriously, and we want people to become part of that. But you can't be a naive little kid saying, I'm doing it, I'm the biggest fan. I don't want to hire anyone that's like that. With your head up in the clouds, you're off in la la land. I want to hire someone who's got a skill set, that is willing to work, who's ambitious, and says, you know what, I can do that. I've got a skill set, I can do that. I see the value in having an annual salary of sitting at home, having the best job of my life that maybe help pay for my college and university. We don't want you to drop out by any means. Do that, follow that dream, but we can provide you, if you provide us with your skill set, we can provide you with an amazing job. That's reality. But that's where my frustration ends. It's not, again, in the beginning, I guess, the people that have dropped out of this are already getting ranting and raving. They see me as being angry all the time. These are frustration videos. I'm not like this every day. Again, I'm happy with what I do. I love my life. I love, you know, yesterday I just decided in the middle of the day, hey, let's go out and watch 300 Rise of an Empire, and then we'll go out for some Indian food. Right in the middle of the day. Kids are at the grandparents'. I can do whatever I want anytime I want. Anytime I want. And we can offer that same lifestyle to someone else, which we've done with Nitro. And I'm so glad with it. I guarantee you he loves it. I guarantee you it's one of the best jobs that he's had. Because this is one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I've had quite a few. I'm not a little kid. I haven't just worked at, you know, some corner store. I've had jobs of crappy telemarketing places, warehouses, driving a forklift, serving 3 years in the military, 13 years as a casualty consultant insurance business for law firms and big insurance companies. I've had many jobs, and this by far is the greatest. And, you know, if I just want to keep it going, I want to grow it, I want to see where we can take it, and I have ideas, but I can't get these skilled kids to wake up from this unrealistic dream. You know, screw all these people. I would like to take those people, all those people that use and abuse, and they're blowing up with big videos. I don't care that they're having success. You know, jealousy is, I guess, a part of it. It's more envy. Not jealousy, envy. I'm like, oh man, it would be really nice. Because at that level, I would have already hired several people. We would have already had several people working for us. We would have had videos on there that the likes of which other people don't see, because we have ideas, and I know that those videos aren't out there because I search all the time. You know what I mean? And it frustrates me. Cinema 4D, you've got those skills. Send me something. Send me a link, upload it, whatever, I don't care. Show me what you're able to do. You know what I mean? And we'll talk. And I'm dead serious. I'm absolutely dead serious. Again, we're in a position right now where we're kind of experimenting with it, but I by the numbers, by what I'm seeing, I'm almost positive that this is going to work out. So if you want to do that and you're not worried about growing your channel, because we're not into that. We put the channel link in there, but we're not here to blow up your channel. We're here to hire you and treat you as an employee. You're here to grow with us as a business and have a hell of a lot of fun along the way. That's the way it is. Thanks for letting me get that off. 25 minutes. Wow, that's a long one. It's been a while since I talked. Oh, I'm really thirsty too. Anyway, that's it. Cheers. Remember, don't be a sheep. Wake up, people. Wake up. You don't have to be disgruntled. Don't be angry. I'm not angry with everything. I just get frustrated. Okay? Bah! Don't be a sheep.